Hey, what's up everyone? Ryan here, and I'm back with another College Football 25 Kentucky Dynasty Mode Series video. Today, we have a huge Week 10 SEC matchup in the 2026 season. Today, we have the number 2 ranked Kentucky Wildcats going into Arkansas to face off against the unranked Razorbacks. This is an Arkansas team who's sitting 4-4 on the year and 2-3 in the SEC. Now, this Kentucky Wildcats team has had an incredible season. We're sitting 7-1 and 4-1 in the conference, but we cannot overlook this Razorbacks team. This Arkansas environment is so tough to play in. I tend to always struggle in Arkansas. And as you take a look at these two teams by the numbers, yes, we are the better team with 89 overall versus 86 on the other side. They have home field advantage, which is going to make a big difference today. But I looked at both of our depth charts, and one thing I will say, the big difference between these two teams is speed. We have so much more speed than them on the offensive line, and their defensive line is a big weakness on their team. So we have to take advantage of the slow defensive backs, I don't want to call them slow, but slower defensive backs and weak defensive line, and we need to win this football game. So today, we're going to be going through the top stories, taking a look at the updated top 25 and conference standings, and then of course taking a look at the college football playoff projections, and then we're going to dive into this Week 10 SEC matchup, and then after the game, of course, doing the recruiting. So I have timestamps for you all, just like always, in the video description below. This is going to be a fun one. If you all get some enjoyment, be sure to drop a like. It really helps the channel. Subscribe for more, and there is plenty more content to tune into each and every day on the Gamerability YouTube channel. And this Kentucky team is coming off a big win last week against Missouri in a really close game. So hard-fought game there against the Missouri Tigers, looking to take down Arkansas and then go undefeated the rest of the way this year so that we can get a chance to win the Southeastern Conference. We do still have a chance to win the conference, which is huge, but we cannot fall to Arkansas today. It's time for the top stories, and speaking of the Southeastern Conference, a big matchup today between number 18 ranked Florida Gators versus the number 7 ranked Georgia Bulldogs. If Florida can win this game, they are going to work their way possibly in to a college football playoff spot if they win out. Now, if Georgia loses, they're probably out of the college football playoff. That is crazy to think about. I mean, anything can happen the rest of this year. I mean, you all know all the upsets we've had this year. Even if Georgia loses, they still might make it. But this, I would say, is a must-win game for both teams. And then the Charlotte 49ers pull off an upset over their conference rivals, East Carolina, 21-14. And there was another upset this week. How many upsets this year? This time, USC gets upset 34-13 versus Rutgers in Rutgers. That is a huge win there for Rutgers. I mean, this has been the season for upsets, right? This entire 2026 year has been one of the most exciting years, I mean, in a dynasty that I've played in this game. It has been electric, upset after upset, and there's going to be a lot of new teams in the college football playoffs this year. And then last but not least, the Arizona Wildcats lost to West Virginia, a Big 12 matchup, and West Virginia's receiver dominated. Look at this, Rodney Gallagher III, 6 catches, 144 yards, and 2 touchdowns. What a game there for West Virginia, and that is a big win. Both of those teams were in the top 25 as well. Now, here's your quick overview of the top 25. Number 1 is North Carolina, number 2, Kentucky, number 3 is Oregon. But we're going to take a closer look at what happened a week ago. And here's a closer look at the new top 25. You got North Carolina moving from the number 2 spot to the number 1 spot with a 29-28 victory versus Louisville. And then this incredible Kentucky Wildcats team moved from number 4 to the number 2 ranked team in the nation, sitting 7-1 on the year with the win a week ago, 21-15 over Missouri. Oregon stays the number 3 ranked team, sitting 6-2 after a win at Oklahoma State. You got Kansas State, their from 5-4 with the win over Cincinnati. Stanford, led by the old defensive coordinator for this Kentucky Wildcats team, Andrew Parker, they moved up to number 5. They're undefeated on the year. I mean, hey, we know they have a great head coach, right? He led the Wildcats to 2 years in a row to the #1 defense. Hey, I'm proud of him. I'm proud of Andrew Parker and that Stanford Cardinal team. I hope we get to play them in the college football playoff. Tennessee moves from 10-6 with a close victory over number 22 ranked LSU last week. Georgia drops from that #1 spot after their first loss, and look who their first loss was. They lost to Arkansas in Arkansas a week ago. Oh, that was at home. Arkansas upset Georgia at Georgia. That is absolutely insane. How was this not on the top stories menu there? That is insane. Georgia falls to number 7, taking their first loss to Arkansas. That makes me a little bit terrified about our matchup we have today in Arkansas. Then Texas A&M moves up to number 8 after a win against Ole Miss. Alabama moves up to 9 from 14 with a huge win over Texas. And then UL Monroe continues to climb from 12-10 after a 24-10 win versus Louisiana. Washington moves up to number 11, Cincinnati to number 12, Clemson to number 13. East Carolina drops from 8-14 after a loss to the Charlotte 49ers. And then Pittsburgh moves up to 15 after a win versus Georgia Tech. Toledo moves to 16. USC drops to 17 from 6 after that big loss to Rutgers, which we saw in the top stories. Ohio State finally moves up after a tough start to the year. They're playing much better football after that. They had a huge win against Maryland, 38-22. SMU is 19 now. They were previously unranked. Florida was unranked. They move into the top 20 with the win over South Carolina. Arizona falls big time after that loss to West Virginia. And then LSU drops a little bit after that close loss against number 6 Tennessee. Texas Tech is number 23, Boise State 24, and then Notre Dame moves into the top 25 after a 38-6 victory against Navy. I still can't believe this one. Like, there's been a lot of upsets this year, but you all saw me play in Georgia in season 2. That place is a nightmare to play in. And Arkansas went in there and took them down 31-18. And we play Arkansas a week later. So yeah, will that Razorbacks team be fired up? You better believe it. That is insane. Their first loss of the year, Georgia, goes to the Arkansas Razorbacks. That is insane. I'm actually surprised that Georgia did not drop out of the top 10 after that one. And here is a look at the conference standings. Good news is Georgia did drop a game in the SEC to Arkansas, their first loss of the year. This Kentucky team is number 2, Tennessee number 3, Alabama number 4, and then Oklahoma number 5, Florida, South Carolina, Auburn, and Texas A&M. The good news is, if we win out, we are in control of our own destiny in the Southeastern Conference. We win the tiebreak against Tennessee and Alabama. So if we can hold on, we can be in the Southeastern Conference Championship. And for those interested in the 2026 Heisman Trophy watch, here's the top 5. Caleb Williams, a wide receiver from Notre Dame. Gunnar Stockton, the quarterback for Georgia. Jackson Arnold, the quarterback for Oklahoma. Eli Holstein, the quarterback for Pittsburgh. And then Nico Amaloeva, the quarterback from Tennessee. No Kentucky players, but before this series is over, I want to have a Heisman player. Maybe that'll be next season. And here's your look at the 2026 college football playoff projections if the season ended today. So, the predicted conference winners right now who automatically advance to the quarterfinals is North Carolina, Kansas State at 1-2, Georgia number 3, and then UL Monroe getting that 4th seed. And then first round matchups would be Ohio State versus Kentucky, Alabama versus Stanford, which means if this turns out, we could get a Kentucky-Stanford matchup if we advance to the semifinals and Stanford advance to the semifinals. That would be an incredible matchup if it actually works out. And then you would have Washington versus Oregon and Texas A&M against Tennessee. But what an incredible season this has been. The storylines and upsets have been amazing, and I'm so excited to see how this season plays out. But it is time for the huge Week 10 SEC matchup. Number 2 ranked Kentucky Wildcats going into Arkansas to face off against the unranked Razorbacks. But this is an unranked Razorbacks team who upset the Georgia Bulldogs a week ago. So yes, they're going to be fired up in front of their home fans. Home field advantage is going to be huge for the Razorbacks today. And as you take a look at these two teams by the numbers, yes, we are the favorite, 89 overall, 89 offense, 90 defense, but don't let that 86 overall fool you for Arkansas. They're a really good team. They got talent all the way across the board, and we have to play our best and limit turnovers in order to take down this Arkansas team. It's going to be a battle, and I just want to point this out. I always struggle against Arkansas in all of my dynasties. Every single one of them, I struggle. So we're going to have to find a way to beat them in Arkansas today. And I believe we have all the talent to get the job done. We just have to limit the turnovers. But it's time. Hey, no more big speeches. We're going to make sure the uniforms are good and dive right in. So let's see. What uniforms are they wearing? Let's have them wear all red today. Yeah, let's go all red. And then for us, let's go blue pants and the rest all white. Hey, that's the one. Let's go ahead and dive on in. Let's crush the Arkansas Razorbacks today. Let's get fired up, everybody. Come on.
Welcome to Fayetteville, Arkansas, a place where legends have long stood for excellence. Names like Broyles, Holtz, McFadden, Jones, and Johnson. And when they call the Hogs, it is a rite of passage. And boy, do we have a fun one ahead. Top 10 team, target on their back, going on their road and right into the snake pit. As we'll see the number 2 team in the country, the Kentucky Wildcats, taking on another SEC rival, the Arkansas Razorbacks. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going.
Hey, I still have bad memories against Arkansas in a recent dynasty. I was playing against Arkansas. They knocked me out of the college football playoffs. I've never been so mad. So yes, this Arkansas team always finds a way to beat me in Arkansas, so that changes today. And it starts with our freshman quarterback, Stephen Bulla.
As he goes, so goes the offense.
And he's a big-time talent, Reese. This guy can hurt you in a multitude of ways, throwing and running the football. He's going to have to be dialed in, though, because this defense is going to give him a lot of different...
Got to take out Tremaine Stack. He's not a great blocker in power row. Want to point out, without our defensive tackle, Gadsden, he is going to be out for an extended amount of time, and of course, still without our starting running back. But Patterson has done a great job.
At the 35, he's open. Oh, look out, there he goes. He's at the 20.
That's what this team does. Their big weakness, when I looked at their team, was their defensive ends and outside linebackers. It showed right there. That was incredible. Oh no, I just called out their weakness. Every time I do that, usually they dominate. Not today. The 23 toughest ranked place to play, too. Keep that in mind.
They'll run it on 1st and goal.
But we have the dynamic duo, Patterson and Stack. Stacking touchdowns today. Come on.
That couldn't have gone any better.
Yeah, that couldn't have gone any better.
Come out right out of the gate and score a touchdown on your opening drive. It just helps the offense establish that rhythm that is so important. It'll be interesting now to see how this offense does the remainder of this contest.
The biggest mismatch for this game is their defensive line compared to our offensive line. They've got a solid secondary. They've got solid middle linebacker. Outside linebackers, is a weakness as well. Now, I will tell you, on the offensive line, on their offensive side, I know it said 85 overall. Their quarterback and wide receivers and tight end are really good. So, come on, defense. I want to crush Arkansas. I mean, I do. I don't want this to be close. I'm mad at Arkansas for always beating me in all my dynasties. Whenever we play, they always beat me.
And they desperately wanted to attempt
and it makes me mad.
But decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. So Arkansas's offense will try to get something going with their first possession. And you want to talk about dudes who can bring the heat off the edge, David? Both of these teams have somebody that can do just that.
Man, it's so much fun. They get off the rock and they get in the backfield and get to quarterbacks. Make them feel uncomfortable, get them to the ground. These guys change the way offense.
Way to read that. That's a great play. That's Chadwick. Chadwick, the junior from Kentucky, made a big-time tackle. We do have to spy their quarterback. Their quarterback is really fast.
On that last run, now 2nd and 10 from their own 25.
I'm going to be on the line this time.
Motion by the back forces the defense to adjust. Snagged in the middle.
Good tackle.
During the week, you got to talk to your quarterback.
What do we run here? They're running a 3 wide receiver set. Let's go nickel formation, and I'm going to do a cover 3 hard flat, and I'm going to run a spy with Matthew Horn.
32 to keep this drive alive. Jackson will throw.
Come on, team. Chadwick has to get up there and make a play quicker. That's a good play.
Because he got nothing after the catch. The Razorbacks come to the line with a fresh set of downs.
I mean, they are looking in sync right now, this Arkansas offense. Good job.
A solid stop by this sophomore.
Well, man, there's some big hitting going on.
Our team's big struggles this year on defense have been allowing a lot of yards, right? Our secondary, of course, but we're having big turnovers. So that's a plus. Like, we're getting big turnovers. We're just allowing too many yards.
Got his man quickly.
And too many touchdowns.
They make the stop right there. Good pickup. It's still short.
3rd and 2 again. I'm going to do a 4-3.
Not complicated, but early in the game,
got to do a spy, right?
Find that timing into wide receiver so you're set up for success. Then you go attack deep later on.
I mean, if they do play action, beat us deep, they do.
Snap it from their own 46. They'll try to bully their way for
Come on.
the first. Didn't get
Yes,
much.
what a
Picked up
tackle.
yard, and that will leave
Come
them with
on.
4th and 2.
That's a
And the
big-time
Razorbacks
tackle.
will send out the punt unit.
I feel like he should have been tackled a lot sooner. Our defense has our first. I feel like we've allowed a touchdown in every game on the first drive besides like 2, and this is the second one.
Cover guys do their job, and they get him stopped at the 22-yard line.
Okay, we already scored a touchdown. Let's keep it up.
Kentucky sends the offense
Let's keep
back
running
out
it.
onto the field. Jesse, a very productive drive last time, wound up with a touchdown.
Yeah, mixing and matching play calling really well.
Okay, they've responded pretty nice.
Let's see what they can do here in this next drive.
Yeah, and I don't expect anything different. When you put together a drive like that, I would do more of the same. Keep the pace, keep it going.
Quarterback wants to throw on second.
That's a touchdown. Brendan White, no way you can catch him.
Down the right side.
What a catch. He overthrew him. Diving catch.
Just when you thought that ball was out of reach, nothing appeared to be out
You know,
of his
it's
reach
crazy
there.
for me to think that Brendan White sit on the bench the first 2 years, and now season 3, he's finally getting to play.
That is a special catch.
Look at Patterson. Great broken tackle. To only get 1 yard, but still, that's how you fight.
Sometimes people say, if you're good enough, what's the big deal about going on the road? Well, if you're not careful, you might find out in a spot like this one, guys.
Yeah, no doubt about it. This is a...
And the
Nobody open.
quarterback will take a sack.
Ran
to
back too
36.
far, that's for sure.
How nice
But-
is it as a defense when you can drop 7 guys in a coverage, only rush 4, and still get home? That makes you feel good if you're the D coordinator.
They're bringing heat.
Just had to get rid of it.
That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw.
Can we
and
not
they
kick
can't
this field
convert
goal? What's
on
the
third
win?
down.
I do trust our kicker. He's got a great leg.
This could be a long day for this QB. He's
53
already been sacked.
yards.
He gets hit right there on the incomplete throw. They've got
I
to
think we
find
can
a
make
way
this.
to do a better job up front of protecting this guy, or it's going to be difficult to put up points.
Thought he had it and couldn't get it. through
I'm
the
just going to
uprights.
sink down in my chair for a little
And
bit.
the margin remains at 7 after the miss.
Our special teams coach Jerry would like to have a long talk with Lyles on the sideline after that one. I think I can make this, everybody. Don't
And
you worry.
Arkansas ready to send
I
out
bet
the
you
top.
can, Ryan. I'm sure you can.
On the highlight reel after ending in a punt.
Nobody saw that.
More productive this time, David.
And I think this offense
I
has to
saw
be a little
nothing.
more balanced. Find a little balance between the run, Jesse, and working in that pass.
And I think, too, David, it's just going to take a spark. It just takes one play to get this thing picked up and going.
And they'll pick up the first down and mark it at the 47.
What do you say after a play so bad, right?
The Razorbacks love to do to move those chains.
What do you say? That's like the second this year, right?
And you think of just Felix Jones along with the same.
Better than me trying to line up for that 78-yard field goal that one game. What a play!
Guys that make you bring your
The Lexington, Kentucky hero, Kyle Kendricks.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run.
Oh, no. I saw him get beat.
To get it going.
He's off to the races. Oh, he thought for sure
I saw him get beat.
He's going to be able to house that one, but a huge
We're going to have to go back to zone. We can't run man at all.
Well, after that last play, you can see how electrifying this guy is and how special he is after he makes the catch. If I'm on offense, I'm trying to find a lot of ways to get him touches in this game.
That's reeled in. It's high.
Way to make a tackle.
He stopped just a chain link.
If I'm Bill, I'm running this 99% of the time.
Beautifully here. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. They'll run it out of the shotgun.
Yes! That's my run play that I always do. The inside zone left. I read it perfect.
Guys, that's the end of the quarter, and Kentucky has the lead.
That's my goal line play, Arkansas. You still in our plays? But it is just like a simple run, right? But still.
Ready to go and get things started here in the second. Now facing a third down as they line up after the break. They'll try to power their way ahead.
Yes! What a tackle! That's an incredible tackle.
And if you want to bring all your
do you want to win or do you want to lose? Our defense said I want to win. At least with stopping the run.
Ready for the run. Less speed on the field, especially when you get down here in the red zone. I feel like I can match up.
He almost blocked that.
With those tight ends in the back end. Nice job understanding a run was coming.
That's a big win for the defense. Terrible kick on the offensive side, and then holding them to a field goal in the red zone. That's pretty good.
The back of the end zone, it'll be a touchback.
Let's do a PA.
Back in the big blue offense takes the field. You want to talk about taking the wind out of your sails. Drive the ball down the field and miss the field goal, David.
You know what?
That's what Bullock can do.
Execute better.
He could just beam it in there.
Move the ball nice. You got to keep that in mind. But Palmer, I think you got to stay aggressive.
Another play action.
Settle for field goals. Yeah, because you got to know there's just no margin for error right now.
That's wide open. Not even close.
It's caught downfield. Ripped off.
I bet some of you all were nervous that I was going to miss that one.
First down before he steps out of bounds.
I know it's early in the game, but defensively after that play, you know you have to tackle the catch. When this guy gets the ball in his hands, he's so dangerous after the fact. So it's okay for him to make catches. You just got to get him to the ground.
I'm going to be interested to see, are they going to realize that their weakness is their defensive line, and are they going to start to pass rush?
Yeah, when you start the season like this, man, this is exactly what you drew up. Win your conference. Be great.
Maybe not.
Got some room, headed to
incredible.
The goal line. He's all the way.
You know, I subbed, instead of our fullback, I put a center in there. Which, wait, does that mean our center's about to run this? Okay, no. No.
To get off blocks and go make a tackle. And right now, the secondary, they look like they're struggling trying to handle the run game.
They'll use the running game on first and goal.
You just had to hold the block for a couple more seconds, you know?
And
I'm going to keep running it.
Locked in the red zone. A lot of defense coordinators will tell you, we'll give up yards, but we got to understand what we're trying to get accomplished. Great job down here near the goal line.
Okay, that's great defense.
Getting a big stop.
That's on me. They knew exactly what we were running.
Second down, this little third to mid-range. You got 2 downs. What are you thinking here?
Maybe getting your quarterback out on the perimeter and giving him a run-pass option. See if you can get the defense in a bind.
No, I don't want to RPO.
So loud it's rattling your fillings on 3rd and goal. From the gun, wants to pass.
Sanders, come on. They tried to bring the house. Left the
I'm
tight
gonna
end wide
spread you
open with the
sideline
blitz.
to
Easy
sideline
touchdown.
with all my speed, make you cover the whole field. Nice job by the offense, going with a little spread look, taking advantage of the speed they had on the field, and
That's
getting
what
a
we
big
do.
touchdown.
Our big practice philosophy this week was let's not do what the Georgia Bulldogs did last week. We're not overlooking this team. We're playing Arkansas like they're the best team in the nation because they beat the #1 team. And we're doing that today.
Back to the Queen City. Never underestimate the importance of a road win and how it can impact a team's trajectory. The circle
Big win against the Missouri Tigers last week, a close battle, and looking to continue that this week.
And the other heads home, licking its wounds.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. Looking for a physical attack from the gun.
Get up, make a tackle, Godfrey. There you go.
Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27.
Godfrey's got to get up there a little bit quicker. He could have made that play a whole lot sooner.
Sometimes you're going to take some losses. You're not
Played
gonna
it
run
very
the football
conservatively.
overly well, but if you continue to run it, you can at least create some balance. You at least have the threat of it. Otherwise, you're just going to abandon it, and now it's just going to be a passing game.
Found that space and picked up 6 out to the 33.
Re-tight end set. They're probably looking to run the football, and what I'm going to do is a robber one press, but I'm going to run Solis on a man coverage here. Or QB spy. Oh, no, too late.
Jackson gonna throw it.
I'm the spy.
It's complete to the right. At the 45 on his way. They make the stop, but not before they
I did
do
a
their
low
work
hit stick
on
instead of a
top and
high
pick up
hit
a
stick.
first
That was the
down.
problem there.
Remember some of the
Would have
years
had
when
him
the
down.
Hawks spent a lot of time in the Wildcat just running it. You don't have to do that with this guy at quarterback.
And it just makes you less predictable, right? You got a running back in there. You know you're not going to throw it very much.
There we go. Good play. But big mistake. Big mistake. I have to make that tackle, right? That's just, that's on me.
Even more exciting.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5.
I'm going to be the safety here.
He's looking to throw. It's complete on the right side.
Okay, number 20
Slicing and dicing
just got
through this
crushed.
defense,
Our
and they've got it
defensive
down
back
to the 23. The
got
Hawks getting
his
it done
world
from the air,
rocked
evoking
on that
memories of
block.
Ryan Mallett.
And that's what the fans of Arkansas want to see.
I
They've
need to
always
start
got that
going back to a
physical
coverage
ground
shell. I
game.
haven't
They
been
always
running
have a
coverage
little bit
shells
of
this game.
balance, and when they get that balance, they get that offense cooking, they get everybody pretty excited. You might even get a woo, pig suey.
That's the QB spy.
Here
What a
comes the
hit.
rush, and they've got him
Kyle
wrapped up at the
Kendricks, are
28.
you kidding me? Now let's show a cover 2. They're going to think we've changed our coverage, right?
First down sack,
Our
pushes
first
it
coverage
back
shell, I
now.
believe,
It's
this
2nd
game.
down.
Got to make a play. And I'm controlling Soles just
On
because
2nd down, they'll
he
take
seems
to
to be
the
the one
air.
who makes more mistakes. That's a
Shot
pick.
toward the end zone,
Yes!
and that pass
Dooley!
got off.
It
And
works.
they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
The quarterback thought it was a
Well, the
cover
defense
2.
comes away with the
He
pick
thought
there
the
with their nickel
safety should have been
personnel. I
drawn
think
out
moving
to the
forward,
corners
if
of the
you're on
end zone
offense,
with
when
the
you
other
see that
receivers.
personnel on
He
the
thought the
field,
middle
you wanna
was wide
run the
open.
ball against
It
because
was
you got
not.
smaller guys out
Three
there. Or if
three
you're gonna throw,
cornerbacks
think
back.
about quick
Big
screens
time play.
outside when you have tight ends flexed on the perimeter.
That's
Bigger
why I wasn't
bodies
running a coverage
blocking
shell, though, the whole
smaller
game. I wanted to try to catch him off
Kentucky
guard.
sends the offense back out onto the field. And he was hit just as he was releasing
was
the
open,
pass,
too.
and it falls to the ground incomplete.
That's what I get for calling out their defensive line multiple times
They'll
today.
try it again on 2nd down. The give to the back.
Patterson is so fast.
Really
He's got
nice
that
game.
shifty
Gets it out
ability,
across the
and
20.
shifty in
It'll be a
this
first
game
down
is
at the
so
22.
amazing.
I love teams that make
7
it
rushes,
to run the
101
football, and
yards.
They have today another good run by this running back. He's been doing it all night, over 100 yards on the day.
I had a feeling we could run on
night
him.
for this young man.
We don't have a lot of time to run right now, though. I am going to run a screen
to
the other side.
Line of scrimmage and force the TFL.
He's going to pass on 2nd down. Got it set up on the outside. They
Didn't have
bring him
enough
down
time
with a
to let the
solid
play
pickup
develop
to put
right.
them in position to
That's
pick up
fine.
a first down.
Well, a nice gainer on that running back screen. How about the offensive line
got time.
getting downfield and getting blocks to really help out the back? Find
Okay,
some
Stephen
space to
Bullock
work.
is incredible.
The clock will stop with this
Like,
timeout from the
yeah,
offense.
we've thrown
They'll get a
interceptions
chance
this
to
year,
regroup
but
on
it's
the
when he
sideline.
does things like that that show his generational talent.
Countless hours every week trying to
Just
coordinate
insane.
these different personnel groupings and shifts and motions to give their offense a success. on third down. You can
This is
tell
open
in
for a
this game,
touchdown.
as
Why would they press?
He has put in the work this week.
Oh, never mind. He went out of bounds first.
Hit hard just as he released it on first down. And just
He went out of bounds
couldn't get it
first
to
on the
receiver.
outside. If he doesn't, it might be a
Good job here by the
touchdown.
linebacker. He just kind of floats and shuffles.
Never mind, the
He's
press
waiting to
coverage
see
worked.
Which way the quarterback's going to go with the football. Not able to snag it out of the air, but hey, batting it away, it's a big time play.
That's a great job by Brandon White.
He's run out of bounds,
You just
but
sit in the
not
zone.
before turning
Like,
it
he
up and
literally
pick
just
up
sit there.
and
That was
leading the
perfection.
sticks for a first down. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Throws for the tight end.
I am so
Nice
lucky.
defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away.
I completely misread that coverage by a long shot. And we got lucky. Like, that's all there is to it.
They put this
That's
ball
lucky.
on lockdown. 8th play of the drive coming up.
So lucky. Let's try to get Brandon White for a touchdown here. We need a miracle.
Couldn't connect on first down. Now back to the air.
Not enough time.
Blasted as
It
he
wasn't
lets it
open.
go. He can't find his man, and the clock stops with 6 seconds left.
He didn't have
Okay,
a whole lot of
spot
time
and
to
go.
get rid of that one. The defense was all over him right after the snap. No wonder that thing fell incomplete.
On third and long.
Might get a
trying to
field
have
goal.
big completion
Come out.
here. Complete to the left. Ripping through the defense.
I
and
saw
getting it all
Patterson make
way
the
down
break,
to the
knew it was
24-yard
open.
line.
A great throw and a
The
great
offense
catch.
calls
Patterson
timeout.
is
It's the second
dominating.
one they've used this
That's
half.
an easy, not an easy field goal, but it's a
So
it's a
with
good
only
field goal
seconds
opportunity.
left in the half, here comes the field goal unit. And he'll need a little distance and to bend it just right. A 41-yarder from the left hash. And it's no good. After the miss, the lead still at 11.
Who's the worst field goal kicker in college football 25? Me. It's so hard to kick on the road, and
First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, you've been calling
On
an
to
intriguing
halftime.
one so far in Fayetteville. And it's been said football is a game of inches. And guess what? Based on the comparison between third down conversion rate today and the average yard per play, how can you argue that? I mean, the low-lying fruit is to look at some of the explosive plays we've seen in panic. But really, this game is going to come down to which team is more efficient when they have the ball and how they play when it matters most. With that said, let's send it back to the guys at Razorback Stadium.
our offense is playing great. Removing the ball, should have had that field goal right.
All right, Kevin,
You know,
not ready
field
to
goal
get things
kicking,
cranked
not
back up here.
great. But this Kentucky team is playing great. Offensively, we're looking in sync. Defensively, we're allowing a lot of yards here towards the end there,
Kentucky
but
will put
we're
it deep to
making
get
big
the second
plays,
half
and that's what our
underway.
team's done all year. We've allowed a lot of yards, a lot of close touchdowns, but we have a big-time turnover. That's what our team does.
He thought about
Probably
bringing that
lead
out
the
for
league in
half
yards
second, but he'll
allowed,
take a knee and they'll
but
bring it
then
to the
probably
25.
have great turnover
Send that offense back
numbers
onto
compared to the other
field.
teams. Probably not the
Trailing
best,
by
but
a couple of scores, they'd like to generate some
We're up there.
confidence here early in the third quarter.
Down 2 possessions. The coaching staff met in at halftime. and
That's
they've
Matthew
probably
Horn
scripted
doing
this
what
opening
Matthew
drive,
Horn
just like they
does.
do at the start of the game. They've now got an idea of what plays they feel most confident in, what plays
Now I'm
their
gonna keep
quarterback
going.
is seeing the
I'm gonna
best
keep
to
showing
go out
cover
here
2
and
to keep
execute
throwing
his
them
game.
off now.
Well, and it's nice to get the
Not
ball
gonna
first.
change my
Like,
shell.
I got the first opportunity to close the gap a little bit, apply some great game
Wow,
pressure to these
incredible
guys. So I
play
think
from
getting
number
the ball
33.
first, driving down, scoring right here will be
And
huge.
I'm gonna run a
I
cover
love this
3 hard
defense's
flat
ability
again.
to fight off
And I'm gonna do a
blocks and
QB
rally the
spy.
football. They do such a great job pursuing that wide receiver
Because
screen.
honestly,
Only allow
if
a
I'm the
minimal
quarterback
gain
here, I'm
on
looking to
first
run.
He's going for it.
Oh, that
He's got it downfield for a huge
that
gain.
works too.
And they were looking for a chunk play, and they
Good
got
play.
it. The explosive picks up more than 30. The Razorbacks with the 1st and 10.
Good play. What can you say? You know.
Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground.
Good
They
job,
get him
Godfrey
down,
and
but he does
Soles
pick up
Jr. with
the
a
lead to the 32-yard
group tackle
line.
there.
You know, it's so important for offenses to want to keep.
I want to
third
win
down
this game
going.
so bad.
The
I'm
way
trying
you
to
do
put
that is
full
by having
focus here. When I
success
play on the
like
road
that,
against
running the
Arkansas,
football
I have to have
first
full focus. And if I don't, I make mistakes and lose.
And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup.
Listen, I know that wasn't
I'm running another cover 3 hard flat.
I like doing more of that in today's
And
college
QB spy,
football.
because
Just gonna
that's
try
what
to
the
give my
quarterback probably will
playmakers
do.
a chance to do damage
I'm
in
ready.
space away from all the big boys inside.
Yes!
Oh, they really could have
That's a
used
big-time
that pass there.
tackle.
Physical pass
Come
defense.
on.
It brings up a 4th down.
That was our quarterback
Well,
spy,
third and short
Robinson,
and
who
field
made that
goal
hit.
range. They dial up the pass play. Quarterback was trying to get through his progressions. There was just simply nobody open. Couldn't make an accurate
Block
enough
it.
throw. Ball
Nope.
falls incomplete. Now setting
Well,
up a big decision.
Arkansas can kick.
It's good. After putting up the
Question,
field goal, they're set
if
to
we
kick
have
it
a
away.
field goal opportunity to win this game, if we're in that scenario, would you all kick the field goal?
Bounces through the end zone. It's a
Or
touchback.
would you
They'll bring
just,
it
you
up to
know,
the 25.
not?
Kentucky has it back, and the big blue offense takes the field. We talk about settling for points, but sometimes when you have to settle for nothing, David, it can be
I'm going to go with
demoralizing.
probably
Yeah,
not.
and it can definitely be frustrating. And I think it leads you to say maybe I could go for it more. But, Jesse, I think this offense just needs to put another drive together and just finish stronger.
Yeah, and be a little bit less predictable, too, especially as they get closer and closer down to the end zone.
Beautiful. I'm just going to
He's
run
got
on
it
him,
out to
honestly.
the 37 after gaining 5.
Offensively, are you going to take 4 to 6 every play?
I knew the
Yes,
weakness
please.
before the
Sign me up
game,
for
looking
that.
at their depth chart,
Take
knew
that
we could
every
run on
single
them, and
time.
it's
Great job
working.
by the offense. Staying patient.
And we're
staying
throwing,
true to
too.
who they are. You want to run the football. You want to be physical. You want to establish yourself. Check, check, check.
Man, that D tackle.
I'm gonna hit him with a play-action shotgun.
Come out of his stance and beat the offensive
Like a
lineman,
deep
getting
route.
to the running back, cat-like quickness.
There we go. PA dagger.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. The play action fake.
I tried for Sanders there. He's just taking a shot. He was open. He was
Doesn't
open.
take this defense a lot of time to get to the quarterback, man. They've got speed
Oh,
all
he
over
was
the
so
place.
open.
They hit him so quickly, and because of that, the ball falls incomplete.
That's what Brendan White does. He's so good when he's in space. You throw it to him. If there's somebody close to him, you probably should throw it to him. He's probably going to drop it.
That's a great
His
feeling
catch in
as a
traffic is
quarterback
not
when you make
perfect.
that throw, it keeps your
But
offense
when he
on
has
the
open
field, keeps
space,
the
that's when you
offense
throw
in
it.
rhythm. Obviously not as good as throwing a touchdown pass, but I'll tell you this. Way better than having to trot out
That
to
is
the
what
defense
Stephen
and
Bullock
try to
does.
get
That's
some
what
shots.
he's changed this
Gets
team
it
so
all
much
the way
compared
down
to
the
last year.
39-yard
Being
line.
able
It'll
to
be a
throw on
first
the run,
down.
across his body,
Here's this
wherever he
offense with a
wants.
fresh
That's
set
what he
of
does.
downs. Toss to the outside.
We did not have that. Brock Vandegrift
Not much
could not
working
do that
there.
last
It'll
year.
be 2nd and 9.
I'm looking for
They're
Brendan
about
White.
to
Wait,
snap it
is
for
this
the
actually a cover
7th
3?
time on this
Oh,
drive.
we can't hot route, can we? Nope.
Looking to throw on 2nd down.
Two people open there, Patterson and Sanders.
All the
Save
way
for
down
throw
to the
is Patterson.
25-yard line.
I
They
mean,
move the
Sanders.
sticks. It's first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make
That's
short
incredible.
throws turn
Come
into
on,
long
Patterson
gains
jumping
because of
over.
His ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
It is getting loud as this crowd tries to help its defense. And they try to run inside, and there is nowhere to go.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line. Being so
Love
good at
this
the
play
point of
call.
attack
I'm looking
and
at
beating
White
blocks,
and then
even some
Sanders.
double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered.
Nobody
to
open.
the football.
Oh,
And the
right down the
pressure
middle.
was too much.
I saw him. It's too late. The question mark, which I did
And
not
there
know
is a
what
little more
icon it was,
difficult to
so
defend than pressure right up the middle, and the
It's
big
open.
nose tackle brings it there.
And he starts right on the football. A lot of time he gets double teamed, right? Because he's right there and you got the guards next to him. But the big fella just uses his power.
big message from the sideline for Stephen Bullock was don't throw an interception.
3rd down, and this crowd will blow out a vocal cord to help this defense. Looking downfield, and he
That's
needs
fine.
a bunch. And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes.
Let's just let the
again.
time run out. Oh, no. Oh, no.
Guys, that's the end of the quarter, and Kentucky has the lead. And as we switch ends
Does our
at the
kicker
field, let's
have
take a
road
quick
dog?
Look at the national rankings.
Because didn't we get a new kicker? And I was thinking about maybe putting in the other kicker for away games.
Not only is
And I am dangerously close to doing that, unless we redshirted the other kicker. We'll see. Did I redshirt the other kicker? He does have Road Dog. Okay. He's got Road Dog. Let's put in the freshman. Oh, my.
On their side,
And he can still be redshirted even if he just kicks this one.
And now on 4th down, they will put it on the shoulders of the kicker to save them with his foot.
Yes!
And it's right down
We
the
did it!
boulevard. And
The
that will
backup
extend their
kicker.
lead even further.
Did Moses just punch the defender? Did our kicker, freshman kicker, just throw a punch?
Good decision by the head coach here in the 4th quarter. By kicking that
I saw
field
nothing.
goal, you've now made it a 2-possession game.
I saw absolutely nothing. I just want you all to know. I saw nothing, but yeah, we are going to go back to the other kicker. But, you know.
Winning this thing have now gone way up.
So after
I did not see a punch throw.
Is out there ready to boot it away.
17-6. We just have to hold them. Let's just lock it down. Come on, team. That's what we do.
And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. They're going to have to be more
Start being the
aggressive in this
safety. You
drive.
don't think that's a good idea?
To win this one, David, kicking field goals.
No, especially when you're trailing. You got to have a little more urgency and maybe a little more aggressiveness.
We
Jesse.
can't be
And
much
field goals
worse.
Are not going to get it done down the stretch.
Yeah, you're going to have to take some shots, no doubt. Bottom line, when plays present themselves, you've just simply got to make them.
Caught close to the marker. It's Washington. Hit the gas, kid. Wide open ahead.
That was a weird catch animation. I mean, what happened to our defender over there?
After giving up that big shot defensively, how confident are you calling that coverage again? You're now
That's
on your
not
own
on me.
end of the field, and now your backs are against the wall.
What? Excuse me? What? Can I not watch the replay on that? Was it too cool to replay? What just happened? No. No. There ain't no way. Oh, looks like he was gonna spin. Like, it looks like he was gonna spin around, but he decides to no, just... But he can't even see the ball. And it... Does that ball go through? That hits off his shoulder pads, doesn't it? You can't make this stuff up. It hits him in the shoulder pads, goes directly into his hands. He was going to drop that. It literally bounces off. You can't get any luckier than that. It literally bounced off the shoulder pads perfectly into the hand. Oh. Yeah, at first I thought it was a warp catch from Madden. You see a lot of those in Madden. I don't think this is a warp catch. I believe this ball actually bounced off the shoulder pads. It did. It actually bounced off the shoulder pads straight into the hands. You can't get any more luckier than that. You have to be kidding me. Right? I thought you said it can't get much worse at safety. Well, to be fair, it wasn't the safety's fault.
He makes a grab. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening.
Every single game
coming up on this red zone opportunity.
is so stressful on Heisman. Like,
they'll go to the ground.
team?
He pushes it.
I mean, it shouldn't even been close, but 3rd and inches is what it is.
That was a nice second down run and setting up 3rd and inches.
I'm doing
And
run
now
commit.
It's physical time, right? Like, they know you might run the football. You know you probably want to run the football. How can you be more physical? Sometimes bring some extra bodies,
Yes!
some extra tight ends in. Go to that play that you know is your short
Ball
yardage.
start.
So the decision has been made.
Okay,
and the coach will
now
take
this
the
changes
penalty.
everything. This changes everything. They're not going to run it.
Here comes a 3rd down
And we're gonna run a
situation,
spy.
And the defense has had no answer
And
so
I'm going to
far.
pick it.
Jackson will throw. Looking for the score. He makes the catch in the end zone. Touchdown, They got the score they needed, but this isn't over.
No, don't call it a comeback yet. The first part, step one accomplished. This offense obviously still has work to do, but the defense has to go out and get a stop and get him the ball back.
You all like that interception? Do you all like that one? Hope you all enjoyed it.
They'll go for 2 here and try to climb within a field goal late.
That was in our zone. I should have picked that. I read it just a bit too late.
He's looking to pass. Pressure coming.
Good job.
Trying to get the 2.
Gendricks making a big-time play. 5-point game. That is a big stop. Because if they get that to field goal to tie, let's just run out the clock.
On the move from inside his 5.
Or a punt return. Or kick return. Yeah, let's just run the football. I'm getting nervous.
Kentucky sends the
Getting nervous?
back out onto the field. And now that cushion is a little bit smaller, Jesse, and any mistake would get magnified.
Yeah, a little bit of pressure now on this offense, too.
A pancake block and just nowhere to go.
And get these guys going in the game.
No doubt, find those plays you know you can run them in your sleep. You make sure you execute, build this lead a little bit bigger, put this thing away in the fourth quarter.
That's when Brendan White is dangerous. Give him some space. He can make a play. Got to get this.
Third down as the crowd gets behind this defense.
Patterson has been the star of the show today. We have to give him the football on 3rd and short. He's dominated.
Kentucky back at it with a fresh set of downs. He'll come out throwing on 1st down.
Give it to the sophomore.
And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. Here comes the offense on 2nd down.
Arkansas's fans ranked 23 toughest place to play. They need to be loud right now. What are they doing? Are they sleeping over there? 3 minutes left in the game. They're being quiet. Wake up. Actually, don't wake up.
And you can feature a guy like this.
Like, look at the stadium pulse. I know it's 1st down, but in real life, they'd be fired up.
It makes offense super easy, especially down the stretch when you want to eat that clock and you want to possess the
What a
football.
juke.
It's nice to have
Usually they are fired up in this game, but right now they're sleeping.
The defense is able to make the stop. Now
And
on
I love it.
2nd down, they want to keep moving forward and keep that clock churning.
That's incredible. That's the big mismatch. I pointed it out multiple times. Their defensive line cannot handle our offensive front, and it showed the entire game.
And they say a quarterback's best
Biggest
friend is a
mismatch
good
of the
running
game.
And a good running back. I think he agrees. Over 150 yards on the day. I don't even think I need a quarterback the way he's been running the football all game.
Yeah, Patterson is running unreal today. He's just dominated. Our offensive line is winning the battle big time. Lead blocking as well in the power row. Just great blocking all the way around.
They're getting this guy lathered up.
That's got to be demoralizing.
Just don't get him hurt.
Defense, you're trailing. You need to get the ball back. You got to get off the field, but you can't stop.
All we got to do is run it and get a first down. We can win this game right now.
More physical, especially in the middle.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Leaves it with the running back. And you can forget
It was
running
open.
in the
Just a
middle
great
against this
play.
defense.
A great tackle from behind.
The defense stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. This 3rd down play
Looking for
might be
Brandon
the last
White.
chance for this defense to stay in the game.
Yep. That's just wide open. They blitzed. They blitz, and that's what can happen sometimes. You put the pressure, honestly, a smart blitz, but great blocking.
Well, this guy's been a go-to guy for this offense all game long. We've seen that, and here on a critical 3rd down late in the game with the lead, guess who shows up with another big one?
That should be game.
From the gun, the ground game.
Patterson is looking slow with that wear and tear right now. I mean, he's barely moving.
Timeout quickly trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first
That's
down.
game.
He works
That's
his
game.
way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line.
We don't need to get. I know we could score a touchdown here, but why? We just nilled. The game's over.
So we gotta find a way. I know the clock's our enemy.
That's game,
We gotta
everybody.
find a way to get a
Kentucky
stop,
did it again. I know
put
we can
ourselves
score a
in a position
touchdown,
where
but we can also
control the
fumble and they can
clock,
run it for a
try to go
touchdown.
down and make something
You don't
happen.
mess around in this video game. But hard-fought win. Arkansas fought, and we played really well both sides, and they did as well.
Takes a
That
knee.
should be game, right? It's not showing that it's game, but It should be. Am I missing something? We're up 17-12. 30 seconds left.
Here is virtually done. No need
2-yard
to
line.
any more chances. They'll line up in
And
victory
one more nail, the
formation.
game's over.
And the quarterback takes
Yes!
a snap and kneels down.
On U of K,
It's one
baby.
thing to execute early
What a
in the
win.
game. Tight ball game right at the end. You need the clutch plays. These guys deliver.
And you can't teach that gene. You have people that can focus in the moment or they can't. Great job by the team, staying focused, understanding it's a close battle, win those one play at a time, and then look up, and then, heck, I got the win.
Yeah, David, they just had ice in their veins, and you can tell there's tremendous leadership on this football team. Guys can step up, and in the huddle, they can make sure that everybody else is focused to the task at hand in order to get the W.
That's going to do it for us from here. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.
One of our best offensive performances overall from an offensive line standpoint, running the football and throwing the football, and our defense locked it down. Held them to 3 points in the first half and 3 points in the third and then 6 in the fourth. Our defense played great. They just brought another level today, and it showed. We did, I feel like, allow kind of sustained drives, but we did a good job holding on for field goals, right? That's just a great win for this Kentucky team. Hard-fought win. Hey, on the road in the SEC, I don't care who you're playing against. It's going to be a tough fight. This is an Arkansas team that just beat Georgia, and I can see how they did. That was a hard-fought game. We won because of our start. 7 in the first, 7 in the second, 14-3 at the half, and they shut our offense down in the second half. I mean, they did. We just have to say it like it is. They shut our offense down in the second half, so they played good. Hard-fought victory. They played a lot better in the second half versus the first, and that Arkansas team came to play. They weren't messing around. They really played some good football. So let's go ahead and take a look at the stats here. 382 total offense. Amazing. We held them to 252 and only 23 yards rushing. That was the difference. We stopped the run today. We dominated against the run. That is an incredible defensive line performance and linebacker. I ran a lot of man today. I ran a lot of spy, and it seemed to pay off. And when we ran zone, they threw all over us. 229 yards. They had more passing yards than our 218, but we played a great game. Mistake-free football right there. No turnovers, everybody. That's how you win. Arkansas did throw an interception. That was huge. Our team just came ready to play. 18 time of possession versus 13. Long sustained drives, even when we didn't get points out of it. Let's take a look. Arkansas quarterback 13 for 15. Yeah, it's pretty good. Our secondary is not that difficult to throw on, though. Stephen Bullock 14 for 20, 218. A touchdown, no interceptions. Big time game there for the freshman. Then Jason Patterson, our offensive line, deserved the game ball. They deserved the game ball. Like, they dominated. Patterson dominated. Offensive line, all of them dominated. That's how you play football. 8 yards average per carry. That is incredible offense. Wow. I mean, just unreal. And then Brandon White had a big game. 5 for 96. Patterson 4 for 51 catching the football. And then Sanders 3 for 20 and Dugans 2 for 51. Did not spread the ball around very much today, honestly, but we ran the ball so much. We did what we needed to do to win the football game. So I'm going to pause the video, take a couple screenshots, and then we're going to do recruiting and take a look at the road ahead. That was such a good win. I tell you, every single game in this dynasty is just so intense. It has been insane. And I know there's going to become a time when we get a powerhouse like 95 overall, and then we start to really blow out some teams. But right now, every single victory is hard fought and so intense. It doesn't matter the overall, doesn't matter who we're playing against. I think we had one big win this year, but for the most part, it has been so close and so intense. I'm not going to lie, I would like a few blowouts every now and then, but wow, it does not seem like we're going to actually get one. So let's go into the recruiting here for the week. A big win here for the Kentucky Wildcats, but one thing I always have to point out is the generational talent receiver, Dan Honeycutt here from Akron, Ohio. 6'4", 194 pounds with 99 speed with platinum takeoff. Honeycutt and then Guerrero here. 6'6", 217 pounds 97 jumping with 50-50 in sure hands. They're going to be game changers. I mean, these two receivers should lead the league. And now just scroll through our recruiting class so far. Of course, we got Poe, the left tackle right there, 5-star Jim. We got Braden Myers, Avery Scruggs, Andres Robledo. We need cornerbacks and safety so bad. And this is a 5-star Jim cornerback with 99 speed. We got Quentin Bartley, a 5-star Jim defensive tackle. Jamal Carter. We got Sean Ragas. We got Elijah Scholar. Lamont Kellenick, a left end, 4-star Jim. Tyler Beebe. Joshua Blunt. And then Ramon Marquez. So our recruiting class right now is top. We are the top recruiting class with 12 5-star and only 2 4-star. Georgia had 16 4-star, but only 2 5-star. We kind of switched our strategies, right? Georgia is now going after 4-star because the Kentucky Wildcats are taking all their 5-stars away, right? But yeah. And then I believe we lost somebody. Yeah, we did. We lost Martin. That's all right. Can't win them all. And then a couple other ones removed from our list. Now, I know we're going to have extra hours every single week, but I'm not getting carried away and getting too many. I only want to have about 23 recruits, 23, 24 by the time transfer portal comes around, and then we can get maybe a few more. We probably won't get very many from the transfer portal, but at the end of the day, I always find myself getting way too many players, like way too many. You all have seen me do this. You all have seen me do it in the first 2 years already in this dynasty, but in all my dynasties that I played for fun, I do it every time. Okay. Jamie Rico, a 4-star blocking tight end, a 4-star Jim, and we can start hard selling. We're leading the way anyways, not that we really need to hard sell, but we will. We might lock him in. I love this game, and I want college basketball to come back so bad. I hope that with the success of this game, that college basketball will come back. I know there's so many other teams you have to make in college basketball, right? It'd be a lot harder to make a college basketball game because just more teams you'd have to create. But wow, I want it so bad. If college basketball and college football are out, that might be the only 2 games I ever play. But yeah, we are leading the way on Taylor Awesome, a right end. I know he has good attributes, but I will say I'm kind of going after him just because of his awesome name. And we're hard selling. We don't need to change anything there. So yeah, I do like the name. And then Sharif Farrell, a middle linebacker. We already started hard selling. We don't need to do anything extra there. And then we got Ben Lovelace, a 4-star Jim center who we could move around, and we can start hard selling. A great hard sell. A+, and A+. We might lock them in. Which one is it? You would think I would have these memorized by now, but I don't. To the house. I just never really pay attention, honestly. I just click through each time until it goes over. I don't recognize like the names or anything. And then we got Jesse Lewis, a 4-star Jim right end with good speed and quick jump. Wow, he'd be great for a 3-4. We don't have the hard sell yet, but we're getting really close. Not that we need it. Ole Miss is there, but they have a long way to go. And then we can't hard sell yet on Shane Steinkühler, another 4-star Jim right outside linebacker, and this is going to be close. We need to unlock more interest here. These are players that we recently started scouting, though, I believe, and this one is going to be really good. J.D. Jackson, an athletic scrambler, and I know we don't need a quarterback, right? But look. Headstrong, road dog, winning time, magician, option king, and off platform with 92 speed and 92 acceleration. We need a developing quarterback, right? He's not going to play, and hopefully he's fine with that. Does he care about playing time? No, he doesn't care about playing time. Brand exposure is his deal breaker, so we're fine. Don't you all worry. He's okay with sitting on the bench until Stephen Bullock graduates. Then Josh Marshall is another quarterback we're going after, you know, just to see if we're going to hit on any of them. I don't think there's any harm in getting a couple quarterbacks. This one has a platinum field general, high-speed quarterback, so why not? I don't see a really downside of going after them. One of them might have great potential, and they might get better than Stephen Bullock. I doubt it. Then we got Chris Stacy, an agile offensive lineman, road dog, team player, winning time, good impact blocking. Yeah, I can see why I'm going after him. an athlete, right, could play just about anywhere. I know they're not a gym, but that's okay. And I guess wanted to scout this right guard, and we did. But I didn't go after him. Nebraska's, no. Yeah, we're not. I don't think we would win that one. And do we need a right guard? Maybe that's why I added him on this? I can't remember. Oh, we do. Okay. So I was just, okay. We'll go after him. My guess is there wasn't very many right guards. And I guess in the last one, did I go through and scout all the right guards? I might have. There's probably not very many left. Yeah, okay, there's none. Oh. Basically none left, so that's good. So yeah, we'll just go after him. I know the athletic offensive lineman, you could always change to right guard, so the question becomes, do we really need them? Probably not, right? But let's go after him. We might lose him anyways. And if we lose him, it's not like a big deal. Nebraska can have him if we lose him. Nebraska can have them if we lose them, obviously, right? Well, that's one of the most obvious things I've ever said. Moving on, right? So let's go to the weekly advance and see if we got any other generational talent here. Do we lock in any more 4-star gyms? I'm fired up. That was a great game. A hard-fought game, but every game has been hard-fought. I mean, are we going to have an easy game one time? Are we? Wow, it's stressful out here in the SEC. And then look at this, Mississippi State next. Of course, we have no more home games. We got Mississippi State. We've got all road games to close out. Let's take a look at this actually. I believe we have all road games. Yeah, so we Mississippi State. Oh, I forgot about LSU. They're unranked now, but they're really good. They're like 90 overall, I believe. Maybe lower. We'll see. And then in Louisville, too. This is such a tough stretch. The good thing is that if we can get through these two SEC games and win at Mississippi State, at LSU, we're looking at the SEC championship. We would be in it, right? If we lose one of them, we're out. We're out of the SEC championship. So and we could be out of the college football playoffs. We could lose out and miss the playoffs. That's a tough end of the schedule. Mississippi State in Mississippi State is going to be really tough to play in. It's another tough environment. Honestly, I don't think there's an easy environment to play in this video game. We did not get any new recruits, I do not believe, in the advanced week. At least they didn't pop up. We lost. No. Are you kidding me, Taylor? Taylor Awesome chose Notre Dame. What did Notre Dame? Oh, they had a visit. Well, okay, go to Notre Dame. All right. You be awesome there at Notre Dame. Wow, that's heartbreaking. I'm heartbroken right now. I was only going. Do you think he knew? Do you all think Jerry told him? You think Jerry just went out and talked to him on the phone on the Send the House and said, "Yeah, we just really like your name. You don't want us just because of the name. You don't want me just because of the name, right?" And Jerry's like, no. Yeah, I think Jerry might have messed that one up. So next up, Mississippi State, who's 82 overall, but playing at home, they're probably going to be 90. This is a game that shouldn't be close, though. It should not. This game should not be close. We have to make sure we finally have one blowout win, right? Let's do it. Or I guess it would be our second one, but I don't know. Actually, have we had a blowout win? I think we have had one. Guess we could check the schedule here and take a look. Did we have a blowout win? Not well. 36-17 against Nebraska. That one was. And then South Alabama 45-35, 52-31. We were on a streak actually. Oh, never mind. And then speaking of a blow, I was like, oh, we blew out Alabama. Well. No, we did not. We got crushed. We got humbled, right? We got humbled fast. 38-20. I remember that. They crushed us. And then every single game after that, Alabama derailed us, right? Close game. Barely won against Texas A&M. Barely won against Oklahoma. Barely won against Missouri. And really barely won against Arkansas. So now we're looking to crush Mississippi State. It's a night game. And then we go into LSU. Oh, no. Oh, no. Okay. You better be ready, everybody. Get your one times ready. It's going to be a fight there in Mississippi State and LSU. And then, of course, against our rivals in the Governor's Cup, Kentucky versus Louisville. That's going to be epic. But big thank you to you all for watching this video to the end. If you got some enjoyment, drop a like. It really helps the channel. Subscribe for more, and I will see you all in the next one. There is plenty more sports game content you can tune into here on the Gamer Ability YouTube channel. As always, have a fantastic day, everybody.